Hello Darts Nuts, welcome to Darts Review channel. So I'm just doing a quick video basically to give you an update on the channel, but also I wanted to say thank you to everyone that's left very kind messages and comments regarding the passing of Rocky. This is the 7th time I've tried to do this video. I wanted to try and get it done without crying throughout it, so if you're actually watching it then that means I've achieved that. But also I think there's something going wrong with my mic, so if the sound is going a bit funny, I don't know what it is. I don't know if the microphone is got a problem or whether it's the cable, but I'll just try and get through it and then hopefully it's worked. But like I said, it's been really sad. Like, I mean, Rocky has been ill for, he's probably been deteriorating over the last 18 months, I think, but the last few months it's probably got worse, and I don't know, maybe I let him go on a little bit too long, but in the end I just couldn't let him suffer anymore. He's got dementia, well, he had dementia I should say, and he's got like he had a muscle wasting problem, so he was very frail and very weak. He couldn't really walk very well. He'd go in the garden and most time he'd just go round in right circles, fall over, struggle to get back up, and sometimes I'd have to hold him when he's doing his business and when he's drinking and when he's eating. I didn't want to cry because I wanted to try and keep positive and happy for Rocky's memory. That's why I've got his Bravey Bone badge on. And the other day the man came and brought his ashes, and I was okay at first after he'd gone, and I thought, oh, shall I look through them or what? There was like a load of other things with it. They had a very nice card, and there was like little prints of Rocky's paws, his nose, a little bottle with his fare in it, and I thought, oh, I'll have to have a look at it, because I was okay up to that point, and then I thought, oh, it's just his little nose and his little paws. But then when I read the little verse on it, that was it. I just started blubbing and I couldn't help it. But I mean, it's a really nice verse, but it's quite sad as well. So I'll put a picture of the picture frame with his paw print and his nose print with the verse on. So I'll put them up at the end of the video. So if you've gone through the same thing recently or you're going through it, you may not want to read it because it might be a little bit too upsetting, but at the same time, like I say, it's got a really nice verse, so it may give you some comfort as well. So it's up to you. If you want to pause the video at the end and read it, you can. But like I say, it has been a tough decision. I've been thinking about it for weeks, usually crying every morning, trying to try and think what is the right thing to do, but I think it probably was right in the end. I phoned a mobile vet and they came to the house, and he went really peacefully, so he didn't have to suffer. And I think that was what was getting at me the most, is if I left it too long and then he had an horrible death, I wouldn't have been able to forgive myself then. But he died peacefully, so that is nice. But obviously I didn't want him to go. And Misty, she's missing him as well. She looks at his corner sometimes and she's not there. She put her head on me as well as to say, oh, you're all right, sort of thing. And the other day when the guy had been, I took the little top off the little vial with Rocky's fare and I let Misty smell it. At first she just had a quick sniff and then kind of like looked away because she didn't really know what it was, but then her eyes kind of opened wide and then she was like and sniffing it for ages, and then she was like looking as if saying, well, I can smell him but I can't see him. And I think, oh, I wish I hadn't done that now. But I don't know if that's made her upset even more. But at the moment I'm looking after Aussie, which is Rocky's brother. I'll just get him, just give you a quick look. I think he's been on the channel before though. Hey Aussie. Oh, sorry to disturb you. I know you like your kip. Yeah, so I'm looking after Aussie because his mum's gone away. It's his mum's birthday today. And this is Rocky's brother. Hey, you're Oz. Are you all right? Are you all right? I think Aussie's probably got cataracts, actually. His eyes are looking a bit grey. But he's too old to get them done now. Rocky actually had cataracts when he was a young dog. I think it was probably only about a 1.5 or something. But we got them operated on then, because if we hadn't, he'd have probably been blind. It was quite an expensive operation at the time, but it was worth it because at least he had a decent life where he could see. But they say they can do without the eyesight. The smell and the hearing kind of like takes over. Are you all right, Oz? You're nice and warm. Are you missing your bro? Where's Rocky? Where's Rocky? But I think Aussie's probably showing some of the signs of like Rocky had about 18 months or so ago, which is sad. But he's still getting around well, so it's nice to have him this week because it's just kind of lifted my spirits a little bit, and I think it's also done Misty good as well having Aussie here, so it's nice basically. So like I say, it was going to be a bit of an update about the channel, but because of the way things have been with me and looking after Rocky over the last few months, I haven't had a great deal done in terms of my reviews. I've got a really big backlog of darts reviews to get done, and as I mentioned earlier in the year, I've been having the problems with my arm, my elbow, and that kind of like thickening of the tendon on the hand. And what I've noticed lately when I've been playing is I'm starting to get the problems that I had years ago, which I don't know if it's dartitis or the beginnings of it or a mix of the physical problems, but I maybe throw 2 good darts and the other one doesn't leave my hand properly, hits the wall or hits the floor, or it just goes completely wild, and then I'll have a few bad throws and then maybe another couple of good throws, and it's just not making it enjoyable throwing darts at the moment. So what I've decided to do going forward is like what people suggested earlier in the year when I mentioned that the channel might end towards the end of the year. And people said, I don't need to be throwing the darts, just get all the info on the darts and that will suffice. So I'm going to try and work out a short format review to do. I'm probably not going to go in the same detail as I do in the longer ones, but I'll try and get as much detail as I can in a shorter style. And what I'm thinking of doing is either doing it completely without any throwing at all, or maybe I'll just record the darts hitting the board, and I'll do 5 minutes with my front grip, 5 minutes middle grip, 5 minutes rear grip, and then I'll just quickly show you the 3 best throws of each, and then I'll just give us a final thought at the end. That may be the best way to do it, because I don't think it's going to be any fun watching me throwing darts at the moment the way my arm is. The 3 best highlighted throws might be 26, 20 whatever, and 41 might be the best. Oh, I don't know, but it's just the way it is at the moment, and who knows, in a few months time it may clear up and I may get everything back to normal again. I'm planning on having a little bit of a break during the summer anyway, so that might help things. But this is basically just to get through the backlog of darts and other stuff that I've got, and I think that's the only way I'm going to be able to do it, or things are just going to keep piling up, and then I'm probably going to get less and less motivated when I'm seeing things piling up. So that is where it's at the moment. Obviously if people don't like the way I'm doing it like that, then I guess the channel will probably close like I said it would. But I may switch on to doing something else other than just reviews. I don't really know. It depends on how my motivation is like at the end of the year, and if I feel as if I've still got something to offer, then I'll probably continue in some way. But it may be just like a short format style, permanent. I really don't know. Every now and then I might do a longer format if I'm feeling, you know, the need of it and what have you, but I will do other things as well. I'm going to do the updates on the boards as soon as I possibly can, but I've got to get a few of these things sorted at first. And I've also got my Alien Darts brand. There's a lot of people been asking me, when's this dart coming out, when's this coming out, and I need to get that sorted as well, because I've been a bit lazy on that lately. So that's the end of this video. I'm sorry for rambling on a bit, but I hope you understand like my situation and the way things are. So I'm going to leave you with them 2 pictures. So if you want to pause the video and read the verse on them, then I'll leave it up to you. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Happy darting.